I will transition into theme four, and
Hmm.
our fourth theme is work plans and activities. Now, you touched on something earlier where you said it was important for you to have more than one person that was capable of completing a task.
Yeah.
So, how do you, in keeping in line with that, how do you distribute that work evenly and ensure responsibilities are shared equitably among the partners?
Now, when a person is hired in a specific role, we number one, I don't believe in micromanaging, and I do would like a lot of people don't like this particular saying, but I do believe in working smarter instead of harder. So when somebody is in their role, I do let them flourish and don't micromanage. We let people kind of grow as they do their work. But the reason I'm saying that we have different people, they're not distributing their work. Everybody's learning the core functions of what they were initially brought on to do. But in doing your core work, learning what other people are doing, and everybody is like assigned. For example, the AR person can do AP work and can also do expensing, meaning they don't do it on a daily basis. They do their work on a daily basis, so they have a good work-home balance. But if needed, they know how to do these other things. So it's more of a informational thing as a just in case, not necessarily a core function of their daily tasks. So that's how we kind of organize things. Like you have your core functions, make sure that you're able to learn the softwares and do these softwares and learn to automate. We're very big on automation. If you have to push over 6 buttons to get to a function, then you're doing something manually when it comes to us. And so if something's over
Okay.
6 buttons to get to, it's manual. And so we have to see what adjustments need to be made to make it automated. We like to get in and push a button and everything just pops up or everything just happens. And so automation is our friend.
Okay. Okay. So you stated that you do not micromanage, but
No.
do you use a work plan to break down the tasks and assign key responsibilities?
So we kind of use the word assign very lightly
Okay.
because assigning kind of co-mingles with micromanagement. So I
Okay.
don't give an assignment. However, I give a in the beginning like a job description. This is what we do in this role, and people can organize their day how they choose to, as long as at the end of the day the work is getting done, or the end of the week and everything is getting done and numbers are being produced. We don't really assign, but yeah, in terms of a specific any general role, there everybody just kind of governs themselves as long as things are getting done and nothing's falling in between the cracks. There's really nobody's assigning anybody anything.
Okay. 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 What is your strategy for holding partners accountable and tracking progress on the deliverable?
The strategy for holding partners is kind of a little bit non-standard in terms of business. In my organization, or in our organization, we don't have hierarchy,
Okay.
meaning there's no president that is more important than a customer service representative, if that
Okay.
makes any sense. So there's no hierarchy. So that means that in our organization, everybody is equal and everybody gets to hold everybody accountable. When you are in a position where there is such a hierarchy, sometimes people are afraid to say, "Hey, no, you did this," or "No, you said this way," or "No, I don't feel comfortable doing this." But when you eliminate the hierarchy, the role or the hierarchy balance in the organization, then that means that everybody is able to stand up and hold each other accountable. And when everybody's holding each other accountable, it's not a thing where you would use that as a weapon, but you use it as a tool and a strength to say, hey, we all are human, mistakes happen, but let me help you through yours. So there are times when in other organizations, people use their power and they mismanage their power by not talking to those who are actually doing the work, and they make decisions for those who they don't know really the daily functions and the daily life of those people who are doing the work. So there's like a lot of companies have the executive board that are making decisions for jobs that they never even touched. But when you have no hierarchy, everybody's kind of learn. I can't say no hierarchy. I won't be so strong and say no hierarchy. Well, and I'll say limited hierarchy. Then everybody is kind of helping everybody, and accountability is very important. We have something called tag fee, which you first go through transparency, and it's a whole long list for what tag fee represents. But the first thing is being transparent and being very honest and just saying, hey, yeah, I made a mistake and this is what I plan to do to fix it. And sometimes a president isn't accountable to a customer service representative, or a back-end engineer is accountable to an intern, you know. So that's how we manage that.
Okay. What steps do you take if a partner is not fulfilling their responsibilities?
Well, there's plenty of steps. We need to know if it's intentional or if it's something that is a trainable moment. And so open communication is very important. When there's something not being done, of course, we have trainings. And once the training is done and if it happens again, okay, well, let's talk about it to see why this has happened again and what we need to do to make that adjustment. And when it becomes a repetitive and consistent thing, then we could say either you're not getting it after we've trained you, you said you trained, you've repeated it back, we watched you do it. And of course, a mistake can happen here and there, but when it's become a daily function of the role, then we do have our processes when it comes to reprimanding and things of that nature. But we do show a lot of grace, but not so much grace that is detrimental to our company.
Okay.